What if I told you there's a car that could drive forever without stopping? No gas stations. No charging stations. No brakes. Just a car that keeps going endlessly. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because the truth behind this car will shock you. In a world where electric vehicles are still struggling with range and gasoline prices keep climbing, the idea of a car that never stops seems like a fantasy. But what if science, or maybe even a secret invention, has already made it a reality? Today, we're uncovering the story of the car that drove forever, and the unbelievable truth behind how it worked. It all started with a viral video. A man in a small town claimed his car had been running nonstop for months. No fuel, no charging, just running endlessly. People called it a hoax, a trick, a publicity stunt. But when journalists and engineers visited the site, what they found was beyond explanation. The car's engine was cool. The tank was empty. And yet, it kept moving. How was that even possible? Soon, theories began to explode online. Some said it was solar power, a car completely covered in solar panels, harnessing the sun's energy every second. Others claimed it was magnetic propulsion, using Earth's magnetic field to generate infinite motion. And a few whispered about free energy, the mysterious concept of creating energy from nothing. But scientists were skeptical. Because according to the laws of physics, no machine can run forever without input. It's called the law of conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. So if that's true, what was really going on? Let's step back for a second. The idea of a car that drives forever is often linked to something called perpetual motion, a machine that runs infinitely without fuel or energy loss. Inventors have tried for centuries to build one. From spinning wheels powered by magnets to gravity-driven engines, but none have ever truly worked. Why? Because in the real world, friction, air resistance, and heat loss always drain energy. But what if someone found a loophole? A way to minimize energy loss so much that a car could keep going almost endlessly? In recent years, breakthroughs in electric vehicles and renewable energy have brought us closer than ever to infinite range. Take solar-powered cars like the Lightyear Zero or Aptera, designed with aerodynamic shapes and solar panels that charge the battery while driving. They're not truly infinite, but under perfect sunlight, they can travel hundreds of miles per day with no plug-ins. Then there's hydrogen fuel cell technology, which combines hydrogen with oxygen to produce electricity. The only byproduct is water. And let's not forget regenerative braking, used in Teslas and hybrids, which recaptures energy every time you slow down. So while perpetual motion is still impossible, modern science is finding clever ways to come very close. Now, let's return to our mysterious car. After months of investigation, experts finally revealed the truth. Hidden beneath the car's frame was a custom-built hybrid system, combining solar panels, regenerative motors, and a small ultra-efficient generator. It wasn't magic. It wasn't infinite. But it was brilliant engineering, a system designed so efficiently that the car could drive for weeks without needing a stop. The driver wasn't lying, he simply understood energy in a way most people didn't. This discovery opened a new conversation. Not about braking physics, but about rethinking transportation. What if our cities used roads that charge cars wirelessly as they move? What if every car had solar panels on its roof and body? What if energy storage became so advanced that fuel became a thing of the past? We're already seeing glimpses: wireless charging highways in Sweden, solar EVs in the Netherlands, and solid-state batteries that last decades. The dream of a car that drives forever might not be a fantasy after all. It might just be the future. The truth is, the car didn't break the laws of physics. It worked with them. By capturing and recycling energy from the environment, it showed us what's possible when innovation meets imagination. And maybe the real shock isn't that a car can drive forever. It's that we're finally learning how to use the endless energy that's been around us all along: sunlight, wind, and motion itself. So next time you fill up your tank or plug in your EV, remember, the future of driving isn't about stopping for energy. It's about becoming part of it. Because one day soon, forever might not be just a dream. It could be your next car. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you believe the future of cars is just getting started. And comment below, would you drive a car that never stops? Imagine a future where you wake up in the morning, step into your car, and it's already fully charged, not because you plugged it in, but because it charged itself overnight from the energy it collected during the day. You hit the road, drive across cities, through mountains, and down long highways, and you never once worry about refueling or charging. Sounds like a dream, right? But this is the vision that engineers and innovators around the world are now chasing, a world where cars become self-sustaining machines. Some researchers are exploring kinetic energy harvesting, where the motion of the wheels and vibration of the car generate electricity. Others are designing ultra-lightweight materials that require less energy to move. The less energy a car needs, the easier it becomes to power it with renewable sources. Combine that with AI systems that optimize driving routes for maximum efficiency, and we could be looking at vehicles that truly seem to run forever. But here's something to think about. This idea isn't just about convenience. It's about changing how we think about energy. Right now, our world runs on a constant cycle of consumption. We take energy, we use it, and we waste it. But what if every movement, every ray of sunlight, every gust of wind could be captured, stored, and reused? That's the real revolution behind the car that drove forever. It's not just about one vehicle, it's about a new era of sustainable motion. Even major automakers are getting on board. Companies like Tesla, Toyota, and BMW are investing billions into next-generation batteries, solar integration, and wireless charging. Some prototypes can already travel over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. And when you pair that with renewable energy sources, you start to blur the line between what's possible and what once seemed impossible. So, was the forever car a miracle? Not really. It was a glimpse into our potential. It showed that with enough creativity, we can challenge what we believe are limits. The truth that shocked everyone wasn't that a car could run forever, it's that we already have the tools to make it happen, if we choose to use them. But here's the catch, even the most advanced machine still relies on human decisions. We decide how to design it, what energy to use, and how responsibly we live. A car that never stops is useless if it drives us toward destruction. That's why the next step isn't just about technology, it's about mindset. Understanding that endless motion isn't just a trick of physics, it's a harmony between technology and nature. So maybe one day, you'll see a car on the road that doesn't stop, doesn't fuel up, doesn't plug in, it just goes. And you'll know it's not science fiction. It's science finally catching up with imagination. Because in the end, the car that drove forever isn't just about a machine. It's a message. A reminder that the energy to move forward, as people, as a planet, has always been around us. We just needed to learn how to use it. So tell me, do you believe we're ready for a world where cars never stop? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the future, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing stories, and share this video with someone who still thinks perpetual motion is impossible. The truth is out there, and it's closer than you think. But imagine this, a future where not just cars, but every vehicle on Earth operates without ever needing to stop. Planes that glide on solar wings across continents. Ships that harness ocean currents and wind energy to sail endlessly. Trains powered by electromagnetic tracks that recycle their own momentum. A world where motion becomes infinite, not because of magic, but because of mastery. In that world, pollution would vanish. Traffic jams would fade as AI-managed networks move cars with perfect precision. Roads would be alive, not with noise and smoke, but with silent glowing energy flowing beneath every surface. The air would be cleaner. The skies would be clearer. And for the first time in human history, our machines would no longer drain the planet, they would live in balance with it. Think about what that means. No more gas wars. No more oil shortages. No more dependence on finite resources. Energy would no longer be something we fight for, it would be something we share, something that surrounds us all the time. That's the dream behind this story. The car that drove forever isn't just a mechanical wonder, it's a symbol. It reminds us that limits only exist until someone dares to cross them. For centuries, humans believed flight was impossible. Then came the Wright brothers. People said electricity couldn't power a city. Then came Edison and Tesla. And now, they say a car can't run forever. But somewhere, an engineer is working late into the night, proving them wrong. So when you see this story and think, that's impossible, remember, everything impossible today is just tomorrow's invention waiting to happen. The car that drove forever might not be a reality yet for everyone, but it shows what's possible when we combine curiosity, science, and hope. And maybe the real power isn't in the car itself, it's in the idea that we don't have to accept the limits we've been told exist. Because the future isn't written in fuel or wires, it's written in imagination. So as you watch this, maybe you're wondering, how can you be part of that change? The truth is, it starts small. Choosing renewable energy. Supporting clean technologies. Asking questions. Dreaming big. Every great invention starts with someone daring to believe there's a better way. And maybe one day when you're driving down a long road, you'll look at your dashboard and realize, your car hasn't stopped in days. Not because it's defying physics, but because humanity finally learned how to live in rhythm with energy itself. And when that day comes, remember this story, the one about a mysterious car that never stopped, and the truth that changed how we think forever. So, do you believe in the car that can drive forever? Or do you believe in the people who will make it possible? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're as fascinated by this as we are, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more amazing stories, and share this with a friend who loves futuristic tech. Because the journey toward endless motion has already begun, and the road ahead never ends.